Recording has begun.
Recording has begun. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Shazad Hussain and I live at 20 Primary Way in Undercliff and Bradford BD2. Now, today is Saturday, the 21st of October 2023, and it's now been 74 days since the local authority came and kidnapped my brother, and I have no idea where he is. Obviously, I'm getting very angry and frustrated and vexated at this present situation, because following on from their abduction, they've not provided me with any information in the first 2 weeks of where he is and what kind of state he's in. They came into my house, they robbed me, they robbed us, they took everything of value, they took my brother's passport, the most important thing, that they've taken my brother with the assistance of the police, and they've just basically kidnapped him. And it's just shocking that living today in the first world countries such as England, Great Britain, and my brother can be abducted like this, when there's so many laws and safeguards in place to protect vulnerable people like my brother. Whom are they being protected from? From members of the public? No, they're supposed to be protected from state intervention and state intrusion into your life, into the power of the state. The state has come and done this. They've taken my brother. It's been 74 days. I have no idea where he's in, what kind of health he's in, what kind of situation and state he's in. The most important thing in my brother's life is his family. His brothers, his sisters, his friends and family is the most important thing in anybody's life. And now they've taken my brother. And it's getting very vexating, because I'm leaving a message. You can see these. I'm publicising them. I'm leaving a voice message with Christopher Browell, my brother's social worker, who's a snake in the grass, who told me, who was trying to build confidence with me, and yet was working to our detriment. I'm leaving a voice message to the city solicitor every single day to come and just tell me, under what legal framework have you taken my brother? What laws have you used to take my brother? They won't just tell me anything, just basically keeping me in isolation. Basically, I'm a prisoner in my own home. I'm a prisoner in my own life, because they do not give us freedom and liberty to do what we please. They're controlling and manipulating us, and it's just very, very exhausting having to deal with this level of collective malevolence and conspiratorial collusion to the detriment of the very people that they're meant to be safeguarding and protecting. Now, you see, I'm a very vocal advocate. I have dedicated my life to this cause. I am under commission to carry out under a trust instrument to look out for the welfare and well-being of vulnerable peoples in my family, namely my two disabled brothers, Talib and Nazim, and my disabled and vulnerable parents suffering from dementia. And I'm so dedicated to this cause. I don't work, I don't do anything else other than to make sure that their rights are protected and I can continue to care for them. And look at the kind of debauchery that I am going through. Just imagine all those people that don't have that safeguard in place, that backup, or that somebody advocating on their behalf, like I am, fighting the system. Somebody, they can just easily control and manipulate people and murder them, as I'm sure they've been doing to many other people. So it's just very vexating to having to sit here, making these videos, publicizing them, and nobody really caring and paying any attention, and the situation, the status quo, never changing. It's simply, being given the facade of the rhetoric of what should be happening, what they are intending to do, and I have to face the reality of what is actually happening. The difference between de facto reality and de jure contrivances that they put forward, and it's just very, very exhausting and exasperating and demoralizing having to deal with the situation ongoing. Now, obviously, today what's happened was the recent change of circumstance are one where the Care Quality Commission, the CQC, have now publicised a new report highlighting this very matter, that the social care crisis facing England due to the cost of living crisis and the cutbacks in council funding. So this is like a national issue that I, as an individual, are facing on a personal level. It was very interesting reading this CQC Care Quality Commission report, knowing the fact that me and my family are the ones that are suffering as a consequence of this. Now, look at this. They are saying that the local authority can no longer provide care for vulnerable adults. Care homes are closing down, and yet here I am having my own care that they've taken my brother away from and looking to forcibly provide him with care. So on the one hand, nationally speaking, it's clearly recognized that there's a care and social care crisis, and the fact that care homes and care providers, particularly for vulnerable adults, are closing down because it's no longer economically viable to continue to sustain care homes, considering the cost of living crisis and particularly staffing retention levels. So there's a clear problem there, and my brother was being cared for by me at home, and so they've created a problem for my brother when it doesn't need to exist. They can't provide care. They're not in a position to provide care, but yet they've taken my brother from my care lawfully and are providing him with this care services. When nationally speaking, they are not in a position to provide any care to main people. And why is that? Why are they so insistent on providing my brother with care? And the reality is this: because I had saved up. They've stolen money from our trust fund, over £120,000. Stolen all his benefit money for a number of years, reduced been saving on the cost of social care for the last 10 or 11 years, and so that money that they've accumulated, they're going to use that money. So my brother, unlike anybody else, has substantial cash savings accumulated with the council that they now wanting to force care upon him. Why don't you use that? Why have you not been so frugal and well with mismanaging? You've been mismanaging your own money, and the fact that I have been managing my family's money really well, you've chosen to use your lies and deception, buying off the judges, stealing all our money, and then using that money to provide care for my brother when he's not asked for it as well. This is the level of idiocracy that I'm facing. Go provide care and support services to somebody else. My brother's being well cared for. I've just told you I'm going to charge you £1 million a week, and that seems to be very irksome to them. So just ridiculous having to deal with the same bullshit every single day. All right, the care quality report saying one thing. That's the rhetoric and the reality that I'm facing, that my brother's been kidnapped and nobody's helping or providing any support because they buy everybody off. Solicitors, barristers, lawyers, judges, they're all in the same boat. Just very frustrating. So I'll just leave it there. Today is the 21st of October 2023, and although I'm frustrated and full of distresses, I'm not suicidal, and I will never kill myself. And if I do die, it's as a result of the local authorities trying to find ways to save money and targeting me and my family. So let's just end it there.